Yo, 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 welcome into another episode of Feed the Bears. It's new content for you guys. We're gonna keep pumping it out every day. As many as we can get out in a day, man. But I got rid of the all the intro stuff so we can come in cold so you guys don't have to forward through all that stuff. And we're gonna get right to the nitty-gritty, like we're about to do right now. And I titled this one, it's called Simplify the Game. What do I mean by that? Let me quickly get into Ben Johnson's assignment right quick and what I think I like about him being a fit here with what we need here in Chicago. Number one, let's talk about the offense that they had in Detroit. Obviously, he said this, openly. We're not gonna see anything that we saw in Detroit here. It's not gonna be that playbook. He's gonna come in with brand new stuff to build around what Caleb does best, and we're gonna get to that next. But let's talk about Ben Johnson. Let's talk about his structure and scheme and how he calls plays, which is I think the most important part of what I'm about to say. The play calling and the schematics of what they did in Detroit. I said this multiple times. Everybody was really really excited about what Ben Johnson can bring to the table, and so am I. But I just want people to be really really clear about what it really is, and it's not very complicated. It's very very simple, rudimentary football. They ran the ball like 95% of what Ben Johnson did. 90 a clear 95% of it was very very simple stuff. Just wide right, wide left, run the ball, get your offensive line and receivers to sustain blocks and open up holes. And it made the game really, really simple for Jared Goff. And so, the bells and whistles are those that stuff is clever. The stuff, the 5% of the things that Ben Johnson did, the trick plays, the reverses, jet sweeps, just the wild stuff that he did during the game. That's that 5%. But most of that stuff was all pretty much running the ball, play action, take advantage of holes and zones, different things like that. Just really rudimentary football. But what is impressive to me the most about Ben Johnson is his ability to find rhythm in a game. And I don't think people talk about that a lot. And I'm going to get into it just a little bit here. I think that's the most important quality of an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator. Because when you're on that field, me speaking from that perspective, you need to know that coordinator or whoever's calling that play, whether it be offense or defense, he feels the game the way you do. Like you could be on the field and the way the rhythm and flow of the game is going on, a lot of times you can kind of detect what's coming next. And hopefully that coordinator who's sending that play in knows exactly what to call at that moment. They're giving you a certain kind of formation the entire game, and they're doing this out of that package, and you keep seeing it over and over again. It's like, okay, hopefully, the coordinator's clued in and he'll call the right stuff. That's to me the most brilliant part about Ben Johnson is he just knows rhythmically what to do at any given time. And so to me, that's the exciting part about what I think we're going to see moving forward. But the second part about what Ben Johnson's assignment is to calm Caleb down. How do you do that when a kid just went through every bit of the rookie flux that you can imagine? I'm not one of those people that looks at a baseline stat of how many yards he threw for, or how many touchdowns. That stuff don't mean nothing to me. That's good, very very good. But the bottom line is, I told you, my Bible isn't analytics and stats. Those aren't the measurements for me. I look at the film the way I've been taught to do. And what I seen was a lot of flash and a whole lot of struggle. And for different reasons. He was, not, really landed on Caleb. No, that's not it. There's reasons why he struggled. The stability of the O-line, big time struggle. Big time struggle. The stability of the running game was predicated off the stability of the O-line. And so, we're going to do some running back upgrades, no doubt about it. But I'm not one of those people that you hear out here is going to say DeAndre Swift's a bad running back. No, I'm not. That's never coming out of my mouth. I know DeAndre Swift's a good back. Is he a RB1? Maybe not. Maybe not. Think he needs a great compliment next to him in order to see the best of DeAndre Swift. But none of that's able to happen unless you get it beefed up front. We need some trench beef. Bottom line, we need some trench beef and get some stable play from the offensive line. And Philadelphia just wrote the blueprint on how to do it. They just gave the blueprint is sitting right in front of Ryan Poles, Ben Johnson, and that whole organization. The blueprint is sitting right there. Beef it up. Bring some stability to the offensive line. And so knowing that this is one of the first areas where you simplify the game for Caleb Williams. They've got to get him to settle down, play with some structure with his feet. He's not really good at processing defenses yet. And you notice that I said yet, because most of the time, young quarterbacks aren't that good at processing NFL defenses early in their career. It's a given. Some of them, come into the league and they take off a little faster than others, aka Jaden Daniels. Yes. But obviously it was enough turmoil amongst the organization after starting 4-2. We really found out what this team was. And, part of that is due to an unstable environment around this quarterback. And so I think Ben Johnson's charge is to really simplify this thing, calm this guy down, and let him lean on a running attack. And that is the stability you're looking for. It's the offensive line, getting the running backs in here to complement each other. And I think the most important thing, and I ain't gonna say the most important thing, but another thing that I want to make sure I put out here in the atmosphere is Ben Johnson. One of the tasks and one of the assignments that he's going to have to complete is to get complete buy-in from the receivers. None of that stuff worked in Detroit without the receivers buying into the run game. And that's what I mean by that. They have to not only get the blocks downfield, but sustain them in order for any of this stuff to work. Really quick and really fast in the installation of Ben Johnson's offense and what they're going to do around this thing is going to be the complete buy-in from the receivers. That's how it's going to work. Can't work any other way but get complete and total buy-in 110% from the receivers. And so when you hear Ben Johnson say we're going to build this thing around Caleb's strengths, one of the things I think you can look forward to. That means to me, the first thing that sticks out to me about Caleb Williams on film is the quickness of the release, how fast he can get the ball out of his hand. And so for all the people who are a little bit tired of the screen game and, the short area throws, I think you're going to get a whole boatload more of that. Because when I hear him say build around Caleb's strengths, to me, that's the primary strength he has, is the quickness of the mechanics of him getting that ball out. You can build a lot of stuff around that. You got the right players, you got the right offensive line, you got the right receivers, you got the right play caller that can schematically and timely call stuff. All of that stuff turns into nice, taking big chunks out of the defense. And so, I'm not one of those people who's like, hey, don't throw no more screen passes. I'm saying if you can execute that stuff, throw the hell out of it. Make them stop it. Make them stop it. And that's just when I decided to do this video about the subject, that's how you simplify the game. You got to dumb it down for this quarterback. Get him to calm down. There's too many times he's in the structure of the play and running for no reason, like a chicken with his head cut off when he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to. At times he absolutely needed to, but there's too many times seeing on film like he's got to calm down, and Ben Johnson's got to help him do that. And that is all about play design, structure, timing, getting the right play off at the right time so that Caleb is comfortable with it. And so there's my take on how you get this game simplified and how you get this quarterback to raise his level and raise the level of everybody around him. I think it's just simple, pimple stuff. Get the trenches beefed up. Get the plethora of running backs in here you need. Keep DeAndre Swift and just get him a compliment. Still draft another running back or two. But definitely get some more running backs in here. And I think that's how you win football games. You beef the defense up. Defense wins championships. Think I'm lying. Did you watch the Super Bowl? Did you watch the Super Bowl? Can't come away from that and tell me defenses don't win championships. But you on the other side of the ball, keeping it simple, pimple for a young quarterback that is going to go through a learning curve, guaranteed you're going to have some success from just stability. I don't know how many wins it'll amount to. I don't know. But getting the foundation of simplifying the game for this quarterback is just really, really simple stuff. Beefing up the O-line, getting running backs in here, and getting the receivers to really commit to the game. And Ben Johnson's ability to, kind of be timely with his play calls. I think that's everything. But that's my take on the thing, man. I'll have more commentary about this particular subject in a different way, different things I'll talk about as the offseason goes on, man. But you're gonna guaranteed you're gonna get more and more content from this network on a daily basis on these kinds of subjects, stuff that I know people want to talk about. And I want to leave you guys and make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you like this new content and you like this daily content. Let me know by hitting the subscribe button. Keep the comments coming after the show. I appreciate all the feedback. But with that being said, let me leave you guys with these famous words. If you can think it and you can see it, people, there's no reason in the world why you cannot absolutely manifest it. Do not, and I repeat, do not be a prisoner of your own mind. But with that being said, I am